It's May 28th, JLD here, and welcome to MSTR Today. In this show, we're going to ask the question, are you a bull? A real bull. Think about that. We'll also talk about MicroStrategy/strategy being the 95th largest company in the world and what that means. Also, Michael Saylor and the Winklevoss twins get together. Also, Michael Saylor talks about the ATM. He gets a little detailed about his viewpoints on the ATM and its usage, as well as some epic Michael Saylor video clips. This video is not financial advice. Please do comment below. Remember, we're going for an all-time high this week, so let's do it together. Comment ATH in the comment section below. We got this. Let's go. All right, let's start today off with Michael Saylor asking the question, are you a bull? And that's with a Bitcoin B. Are you a Bitcoin bull? Are you a bull amongst just a herd of sheep as far as the eye can see? I know a lot of you, by the way, are living in areas and are living around people and spending time with people. They just don't get it. They don't understand. They haven't seen the light. So you feel like this Bitcoin bull amongst the sheep, and that's okay. That's why there's shows like this. That's why there's great Bitcoin and strategy communities that are out there so that we can be in this and enjoy it and support each other together. So let's go. Jeff has been posting this for a long time now, actually 311 days. I think he's been posting this. MSTR is now ranked 95th largest US company by market cap. That's $104 billion. It fell one company today. Give you a stat if you know who Amphenol is without looking it up. And he's just saying of a company that's around where Strategy's market cap is. This is day 311 in a row of qualifying for the S&P 500 market cap threshold, the 10th largest publicly traded equity by volume. And this line right here is often overlooked, but it's so critical. I mean, this is what is so powerful about being the 95th largest company, but the 10th largest publicly traded equity by volume, because people are interested in this very interesting, this very volatile asset known as strategy. Powerful stuff. Let's move on over to another, to a post by Chris, who says, outside of a black swan event, strategy will one day be the most valuable company on the planet. Bookmark this. And I want to bookmark that. And I will say Electric Elephant, he's being sarcastic, I'm quite certain, but he says, we want the stock price to go straight up every single day. He was joking, I think. And then Chris, of course, wrote, not how it works, my friends. And that is not how it works. The stock price will never go up every single day. That would make it a boring and obvious stock, although people would quote unquote love it. It just can't happen. This has to be an interesting stock. It has to be a volatile stock to the upside and the downside. Bookmark that. Michael Saylor says, Bitcoin is money. Everything else is credit. And Tyler said, just handed Saylor his new Gemini Bitcoin credit card, gave him the whale limit. I think he's good for it. And here's the Winklevoss twins giving Michael Saylor the Gemini credit card. Let's go. Okay, now I have some epic Michael Saylor video clips, as well as a great one about him talking all about the ATM. So let's go.
Because once you get Bitcoin and it clicks in your mind, your immediate reaction is, oh, I got to hurry and buy as much as I can because someone else is going to go take all my Bitcoin away from me. So like in 2020, when I started buying Bitcoin, I was thinking, oh no, I got to do this in a hurry because someone's going to figure it out and the price is going to 10x. And I better get it before it 10x's. So, I mean, that's a natural reaction when it finally clicks in your head, because you're thinking, why wouldn't every billionaire in the world go and buy $1 billion of Bitcoin, smash buy it overnight, and just to make $1 billion? Because why wouldn't they just want to make the $1 billion or 5 billion or 10 billion or any amount of money? I mean, Bitcoin, it feels like in the early days, the infinite money glitch, right?
Over the last 2 weeks, Andrew, we've generated $5.4 billion in BTC gains. We're making 500 million a day. I'm staring at my screen and we're selling dollar bills for $3, sometimes 1 million times a minute. And so it's not impossible. I mean, we may very well be the most profitable company in the United States, growing the fastest right now, because there's not many companies that are making $500 million a day doing what they're doing. And so if you don't like Bitcoin, you don't want any piece of it. But if you like Bitcoin, then this is a monster for you.
But what's happening? Here's my macro Bitcoin forecast. It's 21 years. Goes out to the year 2045. What do I think will happen? Well, I've got a bear case and a bull case, but what I think will happen is that 55% ARR goes to 50%, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. It's between 50 and 20. It'll gradually decelerate till it's growing about twice as fast as the S&P index. And at that rate, Bitcoin's $13 million a coin in the year 2045. 13 million. It could be a 3 million bear case. It could be a 49 million bull case. But what is Bitcoin? 7% of the world's assets then. What about the rest of the assets? Well, I actually think that AIs and technology are going to revolutionize tech. We had no companies worth $1 trillion. Then we had a bunch of $1 trillion companies. You're going to see more because you're going to see companies with 100,000 AIs and no employees, and they're going to do the work of companies that used to have 100,000 employees. You're going to see mega corps develop, shipping robots and self-driving cars, and a company that gives a personal physician to 1 billion people without any doctors on the payroll. So clearly, equity is going to grow fast. Gold's going to get demonetized. Land will be less monetized. Well, look, here's the future in 2045. Doesn't look that revolutionary. It looks like today. You know who was a denier? Me. And you know what I became next? A skeptic. And then at some point, I looked and I said, the world's kind of messed up and interest rates are zero and my dollars are generating zero. I'm going to buy Bitcoin. And I became a trader. And then after I bought the Bitcoin, I started reading a lot more and listening to a lot more podcasts and thought about it. And I realized, no, I should be an investor. And I would say when you started hearing about me, I was kind of at the investor stage, but it was everybody in this community and every Bitcoin podcaster and every writer and every educator that collectively got me over the line to becoming a maximalist, where I said,
Online shopping has never been easier, but this ease is new enough that we remember a time when entering all our credit card info every time we purchased something online was the norm. Luckily, we don't have to do that anymore thanks to Shopify. That's right, that purple Shop Pay button that makes it seamless to purchase online is powered by Shopify. And Shopify doesn't just make it easy to buy, it makes it incredibly easy to start a business no matter your experience. Shopify is the commerce platform behind 10% of all e-commerce in the US, and they make it super easy to get up and running with beautiful, ready-to-go templates and built-in marketing and email tools. Worried about tracking inventory, payments, and analytics? No stress. Shopify helps you manage it all from a single dashboard. And back to that iconic purple Shop Pay button, it's why Shopify has the best converting checkout on the planet. If you want to see less carts being abandoned, it's time for you to head over to Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/MSTR. Go to shopify.com/MSTR, shopify.com/MSTR. So check it out. I know we're all looking to stack more Bitcoin and MSTR, and to do that, we need more fiat. So let's chat about our sponsor, ShipStation. We all know the market can seem pretty chaotic at times, but if you're in charge of order fulfillment for your business, you already understand chaos. While we might not be able to help calm the chaos in the market, ShipStation is here to help when it comes to shipping and fulfillment. I've used ShipStation to easily automate shipping to customers around the globe. My favorite part about the platform, managing orders in one simple dashboard makes an otherwise massive task feel pretty darn simple. Plus, ShipStation not only integrates with the services and selling channels you already use, it's also the fastest, most affordable way to ship products to your customers. ShipStation hooks you up with discounts up to 88% off UPS, DHL Express, and USPS rates, and up to 90% off FedEx rates. Calm the chaos of order fulfillment with the shipping software that delivers. Switch to ShipStation today. Go to shipstation.com/MSTR to sign up for your free trial, or click the pinned comment below this video. That's shipstation.com/MSTR. And thank you for supporting our sponsors that allow myself and my team to continue to produce these daily videos for you for free. Now back to the show.
Strike traded up 20% while we sold 220 million of it. Okay, so what our view with these ATMs is, if the price is moving down, that's never us. Like when you watch all the little retail trolls on Twitter and they're like, Saylor hitting the ATM. If the price moved such that they complained, I guarantee you I didn't hit the ATM. Like the one, that's the irony of it, which is, it's absolutely for certain, if you see the price jolting around, that's not me, right? We actually are always programmatically managing this such that we don't move the market. And that's true with the equity. Like you can see, if you look at our filing today, we sold all the equity last week at $412. What's the stock at? If we sold it at $412, right? How are we hammering it, when it's below 400? So we're actually very responsible with regard to all these things. I think that Strike and Strife are still very undervalued, like extremely undervalued. I think that if you thought about it, like what's the value of a perpetual call option that's good for 30 or 40 years, and then you valued it, and you thought about the value of an 8% coupon for 100 years, or the value of a 10% coupon for 100 years, then you realize, and if you looked at the collateralization of these things, then you would conclude that they're undervalued. I expect that they will continue to appreciate in time. We will be very surgical and programmatic. I'm not going to tell you exactly the price at which I would ever sell anything, because that would be inappropriate. But what I would say is that the prices, look at the last 1 month on Strike and Strife, and the price is just going up. So I think we will continue to do things in the capital market that we believe are accretive. Like I have strategies that are accretive to Strife, accretive to Strike, accretive to the convertible bonds, and accretive to the common. And so if you think about, what I obsess over, it isn't how to dilute those four or drive the price down. It's how to drive the price up of all four of those. And we'll continue to do that in a methodic, responsible, programmatic fashion by tapping into different parts of the capital market.
And there you have it, another episode of MSTR Today. And here's my receipt from yesterday. I bought at $372, $211 of strategy of MSTR, as I do every single trading day of 2025. This coming Sunday, I'll reveal my entire portfolio. But listen, right now, the Bitcoin conference is going on. People are having a blast, I can tell. There's over 30,000 people that are there in attendance. There's supposedly a major announcement happening at 12:30 p.m. Eastern time. I have no idea what it is, but it's supposedly going to be pretty big. So let's keep our ears to the ground for that one as well. And just remember, there's always going to be fear, uncertainty, and doubt when you are just part of a life-changing asset, which to me is Bitcoin. It's inevitable. We're on this train together. I know that there's one stop, and that is the moon. That's my opinion. That is my belief. And of course, I think that Michael Saylor and Strategy are taking us there as well, with 580,000 plus Bitcoin. I mean, it is absolutely incredible what kinds of moats this company has around it and what they're going to be able to do with that when Bitcoin gets to 200,000, 500,000, $1 million per coin and beyond, which again, I believe is inevitable. I know a lot of you believe it's inevitable, and that's inevitable with a capital Bitcoin B. So let's go on that. And wow, it's been quite a ride. I think the rest of 2025 is going to be a doozy. So strap on in, because like Michael Saylor says, there is no second best.
What's the second best? There is no second best.